I'll lay claim to
Take
the
a
stone.
knee and bow before me!
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Not my specialty.
Nothing I can't do. All too easy.
Me? Oh, if you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Request approved. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
On it. What is this foreboding? Will do.
Nothing I can. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Already done. Suits my purposes. Not a problem for me.
Victory is through. A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance. That's not the Seneschal's job.
I'd like to, but I can't. Living on the edge. Me? Never in 1,000 sectors. I want a medal for that one. Am I getting paid? Never cross a Kazbalikan. I can do that. The right incentive.
If I may,
Nothing I can't watch and learn! You didn't stand a chance!
that is foolishness. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. Emperor, deliver us!
Request denied. My vow is to serve. Running by narrative. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Not this Greyer's job. There is movement in the Imperium.
Suits my purpose. Watch and learn! Nothing I can't do.
It will be done. I will do my duty. No matter the cost. A tactically sound approach. Indeed, an exemplary strike. Who thought that was a good idea? I'm not interested.
A moving target lives longer. Don't get too confident. Tell me, and it is done. You've got a problem going somewhere?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Already done. Suits my purposes.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. frighten me!
Request approved. Running binary significant value.
Anything else?
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do. Suits mine. Nothing of value has been lost.
It will be done. Target well struck. Lesson learned. I'd rather not.
High momentum.
You jest, surely. They'll write legends about me.
All too easy. Already done. You didn't stand a chance. Nothing I can't do. Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs. Don't get too cocky. My, it's time for them to run, my sweet. I'd like to, but I can't. Am I getting paid for this? Don't get too cocky.
If I may,
Already done. Nowhere to hide. All too easy.
I have read tomes of military tactics. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. How dare you!
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Evil desire condemns you.
They who discern the future on the battlefield. But of course,
I don't have time for this. Not a problem. Opposing me was your biggest mistake. Suits my purposes.
At your beck and call.
Detected.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
You don't stand a chance!
in colors.
Forge ahead! Nothing I can't do. Suits my purpose. Already done. I'll pass. All too easy.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for another fur painted black?
My vow is to function successfully terminated.
None shall stand in my way.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
We need to investigate. Done. I rise to the occasion.
We should deal with this.
I did fine. Over
Must
there.
be my smuggler's instincts.
Doubt is for the weak. We must act. Excellence matters. Victory awaits. heed your cries of mercy.
If I may, me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Just a minor setback. Oh, my ears are ringing.
Tell me, and it is done. Am I getting paid?
Fire fidelity is suboptimal. Hazard detected.
I can do that with the right incentive.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved.
Poor girl.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binary override.
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do. Already done. Suits my purposes.
Was that you? Or
Is part of the trial.
on it? Ah!
I know what I'm doing, usually.
Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes. Already done.
Our esteemed Magos has fallen. Our esteemed Magos has fallen.
Nothing I can't do.
You've got a problem? Don't you die on me. Tell me, and
Regret this.
I'm wounded.
It will be done. I've suffered worse. Nothing's impossible for this old officer. I will do my duty. Experienced. Nothing matters more. Who thought that was a good idea?
am I getting paid for this?
All too nothing of value has been lost. I am fear incarnate.
I can do that with the right incentive. Don't get too cocky.
Not a problem for me. Suits my purposes.
Victory is reduced to dust. Indeed.
One fewer target.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize. Am I getting paid for this?
Nothing I can't do. All too easy.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
A new challenge for me. It's about time. I rise to the occasion. Submit, and you'll die quickly!
Come, you will enjoy this.
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purpose. Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
I can't stand it.
Give in to sensation!
I'll do what it takes.
Don't touch me! Emperor, protect me. Emperor, protect me.
Emperor, protect me.
Minds exist only to be broken. Vile delights beckon you.
I can handle this.
Suits my purposes. All too easy. Not a problem for me. Suits my purpose. Nothing I can't do.
I will do my duty. Victory is imminent. Target well struck.
Quick! Quick!
Minds exist only to be broken.
Emperor, protect me.
Emperor, protect me. Emperor, protect me.
I'll do what it takes.
Vile delights beckon you.
A soldier would have been disciplined.
Accept it. Embrace it.
I can handle this.
At your beck and call. It will be done. An exemplary thought that was a good idea.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
One fewer target.
Will do. Be gone.
Brace yourself, Babylon.
Go on, Rust Bucket. Show them what we got. But of course.
Already done.
To the brink of agony.
Losing me was your biggest mistake.
This way!
Don't touch me. me. Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate. Was that you? Or...
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. If only that were possible. Try to die with grace, at least.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my duty. Took care of this one. We'll rule the stars themselves. Victory is reduced to dust. My place is at the fore. Indeed, I took care of this one. It will be done. I will do my duty. That's not the Seneschal's job.
Suits my purposes. I won't tolerate weakness. I'll lay claim to the stars.
Lord Captain, your presence is welcome. And I wish to apologize for my prior coldness. After our first meeting, I was concerned that he would turn out to be another faithless offshoot of the von Valancius dynasty, like the traitor Conrad. But now I see before me a worthy leader and servant of the Imperium. I am glad to accompany you in your endeavors. If such is the rogue trader's wish, although there isn't much I can tell, I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to know? Now that I can tell you. I come from everywhere and nowhere. I am the child of officers of the Imperial Guard. I was born in the hold of a warship, grew up following my parents' deployments from one planet to another, and lost my family in the flames of a righteous war. My memory is like wafts of smoke over a still battlefield. The gray of a ship's plating. The strict cadence of life in military camps. My mother's uniform. I loved looking at it. Then, that battle. The rumbling, the shouting, and the That was my last memory of my mother, and of my former life. Before the Schola Progenium and the novitiate. Before my trials. Before the vows. My own relic. It's the regiment's Aquila. Or rather, the fragment that survived the attack, the explosions, and the fire. For me, it's a reminder that purity and radiance can be preserved, even in the heart of darkness. Become. It's such a strange word for it. It seems right, but is that how one talks about their destiny? If you're asking about the path itself, that's easy enough to answer. First, like many other orphans, I endured the Schola Progenium. Those years were rough, but I remember the hardship fondly. Few things can compare with the feeling of satisfaction from a past trial. Even I was one of the best among my peers, and I was selected for the novitiate in the ranks of the Adeptus Sororitas. When the hour came, I passed the trials and took my vows. The most joyous day of my life. The Emperor's light has always been with me, but to accept it... Have I ever... But that would be shameful weakness, almost heresy. Of course not. I was born for this. I live by the Emperor's will, and in his light, I myself... I was chosen to serve. But beyond that, I won't deny it. Few things elate me as much as the thought that the heretic felled by my shot will never again orphan a child. It is my pleasure to be candid. Of course, my mission is all I can think about. To find the way to the planet called Salus Prime. Saint Argenta is my patroness, and that is where her fallen ship is. And it must also be the resting place of her great relic. The ones... Gladly. Listen. Long ago, there was a blessed world. Thousands of stars covered the sky there, so bright that its denizens hardly knew the darkness of night. Thousands of rivers nurtured the soil. Thousands of gardens bloomed every spring, and at every moment, thousands of prayers were flying into the... But one day, the people learned the meaning of darkness. Like a storm, accursed heretics who had sold themselves to the archenemy descended upon the planet. Shells flew from the sky that... Among the handful of survivors was one orphan who had watched all her family die, and the garden she'd grown up in burned to ash. But in her heart, she knew the absolute truth. The one star. The bright star, the silver star shone in the sky, and when the orphan smiled at it, the one star fell right into her hands. All the faithful in every corner. Yes, that was the beginning of her hagiography. It is known that she lived on a world where heretics staged a terrible insurrection. They wiped out all life on the planet, except those whom Saint Argenta managed to save with the one star, and with the strength of her faith. After that, she traveled between worlds gripped by turmoil on her ship, marked with a silver star, and brought hope to the faithful. Numerous accounts confirm this. Her coming helped people turn the tide of the war and wipe away corruption before the Imperium's main force. Millions of people owed their lives to her. But the heretics, having realized their imminent defeat, sent the remnants of their forces after the ship with the silver star. It fell from the skies onto an obscure world. There are no definitive records of how old Argenta was at the time. In some chronicles, she's even... If I only knew. Neither the hagiography nor the legends give a straight answer. Classical iconographers believed that the star turned into a banner woven from silver thread, which, when brought onto the battlefield, would shed light that blinded only heretics, but did no harm to the faithful. Most of them portrayed Saint Argenta as a girl carrying this banner. Others think that upon falling from the sky, the one star became a holy chainsword, which Argenta later used to strike down monsters and enemies of the Imperium. In some of the earlier engravings, Argenta is depicted wearing power armor with a silver star on her chest. One theological theory suggests that this armor was, in fact... I feel that my undertaking will be fulfilled when I find the answer that has eluded the Ecclesiarchy for millennia. I pray we find the way to Salus Prime soon. The ruinous powers must be aligned against us. One day we will reach Salus Prime and stand...
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversation. Not here. I'm begging you. Aren't noblemen supposed to discuss such things away from the servants? Then lead the way, and I will answer all of your questions.
Lord Captain? Lord Cap...
To what do I owe this visit? The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy, traitors to the Imperium, and accomplices of chaos. Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think, and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock, stripped of their fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go... As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, we have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Coronis Expanse. I need to confirm the reports from my agents. According to them, one of the cult's leaders is in the Kiava Gamma segment, an industrial world within the dominion of the Von Phalantius dynasty. I hope you won't impede my investigation. Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is full of those who neglect their duty to the Golden Throne and seek allies in the wrong places. We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Coronis Expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this as you wish.
You bet I do, Lord Captain. Okay, so we went to Footfall once. Well, I mean, Lord Captain Theodora went to Footfall a lot. But on that occasion, she took me with her for some reason. My day had gotten off to a bad start. My head had been yammering since I woke up, but there was nothing else for it. I had to go. We arrived at the place. And what a place! All the gentlemen and ladies dressed to kill, showing off their encrusted implants, all clustered around little tables. Well, turned out it was a gaming den. And not just any gaming den, but one run by somebody with deep pockets for people with just as much cash to splash. You should have seen it. People gambling away planets in a game of regicide. Anyway, so the Lord Captain wanted me to help her beat some guy. So they sat down and the cards were dealt. I'm hovering around like I'm not involved, but I'm keeping my eye on things. and everything in my head keeps getting louder and louder. Anyway, it's a good thing I realized in time that my mind wasn't going haywire over a losing hand, but something else. I made some excuse to drag the Lord Captain up from the table and took her away from that place. And a few minutes later, the room where we'd been... It turned out some wise guy had the same bright idea to bring a pet psyker along with him. One of those ones who just scuttle around in Footfall's underbelly. And the psyker just freaked out, I guess. After all the commotion, people went to see what happened in the room. All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you. Another road. The road begins at the threshold of the expanse and leads to the bowels of the emerging world.
Reading the threads of fate is not meant for you, slave of the enthroned corpse. Step into the embrace of doom, for thus was it preordained by the architect of fates.
That wasn't me! I swear on everything that's holy. I don't know what the second road is or who watches over it, but I beg you, stay away from it! Of course.
Delvin.